Many times I've done this, and it could be any zone that shows up on your map. And if you had the Dash Now option, I just made an extra $4.50.
Today I'm going to show you a glitch in the DoorDash app, a trick, a cheat code. Many of you know about it, but just as many do not know. I'm going to show you a way to where you can start your day and make your first or second order better than it would have been if you didn't do this. Significantly better in some cases. Look at that peak pay right there. I'm going to show it to you. I'm going to break it down. This is very easy. And why not take advantage of something that is built in the actual app? Let's go. But before we start, disclaimer, not all zones are alike. Your experience may be different, but why not try it? So let's pick up this 1125 Chick-fil-A. This is my neighboring Chick-fil-A. It's about maybe 2 miles from where I live. Let's pick it up and I'll show you guys how this works. We got the order, as you see here. I think we're like 2.7 or 2.9 miles away from the drop-off.
There you go. See the peak pay? I'll take a screenshot for you. So $4.50 peak pay, which I would not have gotten if I would have wanted to dash in the zone I started, Webster Groves. If you're in St. Louis, let me know in the comments. You know exactly where I'm at and what I just did. Use the dash along the way. It still works. Capture the $4.50 peak pay, plus the base pay, plus the tip, right? So if I accept that order if I hit Dash Now in Webster Groves, they're going to send me to that Chick-fil-A probably, because the Chick-fil-A is in Webster Groves. It's in Webster Groves. But because I hit Dash along the way and captured the peak pay, they added $4.50. Now, not all the orders when you do this are going to be good. This was okay. 1125 is pretty, I think most of us would say that's slightly above average, right? When I hit finish on here, look, it says we've extended your time. It said extend your time. I'm still technically, look at the blue dot. I'm still technically in Webster Groves, but I got closer to the Creve Coeur zone, right? I'm still on the 450. If I end my dash right now, I'll show you. I'll end my dash, end dash. Let's end dash. Okay, boom. See how it says Dash Now, Webster Groves? You see right above it, $4.50 peak pay, right? So I will do the same exact thing. I click on the zone, Dash Along the Way pops up. You click on that, you select your time, irrelevant. I'm doing this just to show you guys. That screen pops up, see? And let's see if something else pops up. I'm gonna sit right here. Let's see if something else comes up. So we'll see. It could happen, it might not happen. Many times I've done this, and you're going along the way. They're giving you orders that are taking you to that area, right? Sometimes it pulls you right into it, far into it. Sometimes it pulls you right at the cusp of it. Sometimes it keeps you in your zone and you're still a couple of miles away from the zone that has the peak pay, right? And if you have the Dash Now capabilities, you could capture the peak pay from that neighboring zone. And the zone doesn't even need to be the one that's closest to you. It could be any zone that shows up on your map. I've done this where there's a $5 peak pay. I showed it on about last year in Illinois. And it sent me a run, and it was only like 4 or 5 miles, and it paid, I think, like $18. And it took me from Webster Groves to downtown, but the zone that the peak pay was that I was dashing in along the way to were like 3 zones away, maybe like 20, 25, 30 miles away. So, and if you had the Dash Now option, you could capture the peak pay, right? Stop your dash, end your dash, whatever, and continue to dash with that peak pay, not keep the peak pay. But I just made an extra $4.50 by using that glitch. And really, maybe it's not a glitch because it's there, but I don't think a lot of people know about the Dash Along the Way, or several of you guys have asked me, Pedro, does it still work? I'm not using it, or I tried, it doesn't work. Maybe there's not enough orders, I have no idea. But for me, when I see a peak pay like that, and I don't mind going to that zone, I'm gonna try and see. So it's not always going to hit. That order could have came in at $4.50 plus 2. It could have been $4. It could have been $6.50. And I see there's no tip on there. Probably not taking it because I'm going to wait for something better that's worth my time. But when it hits, it hits. You make 11 and some change in like 15 minutes. This is not a day that I work, but I wanted to show you guys this. I want to put this information out there. I'm not going to listen. I could sit here and wait and judge. I think I showed you enough. You see if it could work for you. Situationally, I believe this will add some cash flow to your orders. It will make you'll capture that peak pay. You'll capture it. There will be times you might capture it and it's like wanting you to go 20 or 30 miles. Then it's not worth your time. But if you plan on working anyway, try it when you start your shift. See if that first order or that second order, because I might be able to snag another, nets you, in this case, if I get another one, an extra $9 for doing what you were going to do already. Dash along the way, glitch. I use that term loosely, but it could be, it's like remember when we used to play video games? There's little things within a video game that are built in or not built in on purpose or not on purpose. This is like that. Like that corner, that if you played, I think the game was Double Dribble in basketball. I think it was for Nintendo. Somebody let me know in the comments. But it was a glitch called the corner 3. You would take your ball player and dribble the ball to the corner and throw up a 3, and it would always go in, right? That was a great one, right? This and other things I'm going to share with you are similar things that you can use to your advantage that aren't against any rules or anything like that, because people use them. And I got one more I'm going to share with you guys, but you got to wait next week for that one. The first snow of winter in St. Louis. Do you think people are tipping? Nah, some people don't get it. If you can't tip your driver when it's snowing, you are a miserable scumbag. I said what I said and I mean it. If you can't tip your driver when it's snowing, what does that say about you as a human being? Not much. If you like this video or others, check out this one here. Consider hitting subscribe. Let me know what you think in the comments.